I'm in a protected trade. So if price ever even came down here, I would never be uh, losing money. So this is a no risk trade. You will notice in silver, I've also got a no risk trade. In gold, I have a no risk trade. So I can't lose any money. All my risk is off the table now because price is so far away from my entry, put my stop loss right above my entry. So even if I get out with like maybe $50 or something. But I'm looking to make several thousands going up. Okay. And then Tesla. So I'm in profit in Tesla, as you can see.
I see. Me
Here's
too.
we noticed with Tesla. Well, what happens? This is the weekly chart. What happens when Tesla hits this white line? It goes up, right? Like a
Trampoline,
trampoline.
trampoline effect. Yep.
Look what it did recently. Hit the white line. So I'm in there, just waiting for price to rise back up.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you see me in profit with Tesla. Ethereum, in severe profit with Ethereum. My entries here is protected. Price shut up. Okay? Intel, look at the profit with Intel. Let me make this bigger. See prices above the green line, which means I'm in profit.
Yeah, profit. That's right.
And as it moves up, I will cover my trades to make these completely protected trades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am in the Japanese index called the JPN 225 or the Nikkei. Well, you see me in severe profit. You see the profit here?
Yep.
101,000 pips. Okay. And that's because all I did was just watch the daily. And you see how it likes to bounce off of this brown line here? Do you see
Yep.
that?
You see it? Uh-huh.
The date of that brown line bounce was March. So that was 4 months ago. I'm looking to be in this trade for another 4 months. Okay? And my trade is protected.
Right.
You just see it over and over and over. I'm in platinum. This is platinum. I noticed an opportunity with platinum, so I took it. I hit some buys here. I'm in profit. Okay, so what I've just shown you all is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades that I'm in that are in profit. 8 out of 8 are in profit with several trades on each one. So it's damn near 24 trades that are in profit if I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing three each, right? Which I'm doing more than three. Okay, and then I'm in US dollar, Japanese yen. See me in profit here. Why? Because I noticed it coming off of this white line here as another trampoline effect. Last time it likes to come off the white line. You notice that, Brother Anthony? You see
I
it?
see that. Yeah, see that. I thought it was the brown line, but it's the
Yeah,
white line.
on this one, yeah, it's the white line, US dollar, Japanese yen.
Right.
It is called the 200 EMA. I go to the daily chart and I keep seeing it. Weekly chart, you notice that it likes to come off of the water. It hit the
Right.
water here, which is the blue line. So I hit a buy. And we go on and on to the break of dawn. And so you see I'm in profit with this one. That's the ninth chart that I'm in profit in. I am Euro Japanese yen, which I am not in profit in. I got in late on this one. This is
Mm-hmm.
a this is like a little fun that I'm trying to have on this one because I'm doing so well with the other ones. This should be in profit by the end of the day. However, my real entry should have been down here somewhere, not up here. I just noticed this late, but I noticed that it's still a good look because look what happens. It's coming off of the water on this with the low, which means
Mm-hmm.
that I'm expecting it to just keep going up.
Right.
Okay, that's the trampoline right here. Boom. And then Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin, I am in deficit with Bitcoin. I got in a little bit late, but because I'm doing so well, I think that Bitcoin is going up. And so I'm in Bitcoin right here. So I've just shown you about 12 charts, and 10 out of the 12, I'm in severe profit. Two, I'm in a small deficit, like this one here, which should be in profit probably even by the end of the show. and I'm looking for Bitcoin to hopefully be in profit by the end of the day.
Right.
But that's a huge success rate. And most people doing Forex are not going to show you this, right? But I'm just showing you what it is. Like, that's just what it is. This is what I'm doing. I like to give transparency, and that's what it is. This is how well we're doing. And really, with Bitcoin, my entry should have been down here somewhere. Okay.
Hmm.
But I waited a little bit here. So we'll see what happens here. But in either case, in whatever case, I'm doing very well with the trading, damn near 100% accuracy. You don't see this level of accuracy in other places. You just don't.
You
Anyone
don't.
who's
You
doing
don't.
Forex will
That's
know
right.
that you don't see this level. But I've, I've come up with an approach that has been working. I'm self-taught. Well, I mean, I did learn from other people, but I took the initiative and developed my own strategy, and so that's what you get at HeruTrades.com. So we've been able to show you all some really good things today. We're able to show you the forex trading and how I look at charts. I'm able to show you that the AI stocks are back in business, y'all. They've hit their low, and I believe they're just going to keep coming up. You know what I'm saying? Um, somebody, Steve G
Oh, standing
says,
ovation. Standing ovation from my brother this morning. Yeah.
it's all good,
Woo-hoo.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a happy man this morning. Go ahead, my brother.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. All of you all who are following my trades and like doing exactly what I'm talking about, you're gonna be winning.
Going to be winning for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna be winning. And real talk, like these AI, AI is the big thing that's happening. Just like, there was a time when automobiles were the big thing. There was a time when, search engines and Google was a big thing and Amazon was a big thing. You're catching AI before it takes off in terms of it's on the runway.
Right.
And I'm able to tell you the lows and the high, like when to get in because of the way I read the charts, man. So, I'm happy to come every week and give y'all reports. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you just compare what's going on. Like this is just what it is. And if you get used to what I'm doing, something you can show your children too. But this is a way that people are making money quietly, and they're not going to tell you about it. And if they do tell you, they want to
Good
charge
point.
you.
That's right.
They charging $20,000 for this
Right.
training and this
Right.
type of information. And I
Right.
just do it for free because why not? I don't lose anything teaching people this or showing you this, but I can't. I don't have time to teach people one on one,
Right.
right? I got too much going on, as
Well,
you all
hell, you
might
don't
be
have
able to know.
to. The video is there, man.
Yeah, the video's there, man.
The training is there.
Yeah, the video's there, and so basically, man, like whenever you're doing a buy, you just want to capitalize on the lows. And how do you
Right.
identify the lows? I just showed you how to identify the lows. And you look at the patterns. Intelligence is really about pattern recognition. So I took a lot of time to look into the patterns of charts and be able to identify these patterns and see these patterns. For the lay person who's never done this all looks like ancient Sanskrit or something you can't decipher. But when you know what to look for, it it screams at you. It screams loud like, please trade me, please. I've got money for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This is what we got going on, man. And as you see, everything is going good, and we're enjoying our time. And once you master this type of stuff, or at least register to be a subscriber on Heru Trades, all the work is done for you. It just tells you when to get in, when to get out. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Someone says, how much does one have to get started in Forex? I would say minimum $500. You know, I would say minimum just so you can, build up your account from there. But I would say before you get started, start with what they call a demo account. When you start with a demo account, this is fake money. So it's like what they call a paper account. And set it to like $1,000. And then don't use real money until you can double your account. Okay?
Right.
This is This is my like advice to you. Most people who are trying to like get you to sign up for their Forex education and all of that, they don't care. They just want your money. So pay me and I'll teach you. And what they're usually teaching you is going to cause you to lose money because they start with the smaller time frames. Let me say this very loud and clear to you. Anyone who's teaching you Forex or even options or charts or anything, and they're only teaching you the 1 hour, 15-minute, and 5-minute charts, you're going to lose money because those time frames are too small. There's too much volatility. You need to see the big picture, which is the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. Okay, this is very important, y'all. Okay, this is a very important thing for you all. Anyone who's teaching you Forex, and if they're not teaching you the daily and the weekly and the monthly charts, you're going to lose money if you're going with smaller time frames. Take it from me. I've been through it. I've lost money going with other, I started Forex in 2001, 2002. Okay. And I took courses and none of them worked. You're talking about like resistance and this and that. None of it worked. None of it worked. They'll try to get you in these classes and people wearing these like expensive watches and telling you how much money they make in and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But like, they can't really show you their charts like what I showed you.
Yeah, right. That's right.
I just showed 10 to 12 charts.
Yeah, video evidence.
With a 95% accuracy rate, and it's getting ready to be 100% by the end of the day.
That's right. Hey, look, let's go to the...
Yeah. Brother Anthony got disconnected again. I think he's got something going on with his system. I know some callers are calling in. Someone says, Brother Heru, I've heard China has the most billionaires in the world. Are there investments we should look into throughout Asia? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I'm an equal opportunity moneymaker. So if you find some stocks in China you can get into, I mean, there's stocks from China, well, not even China, Asia, that you can get into that are doing real well. I'll show you some of them. That's a great question, by the way. You can get some on Robinhood. Okay, so one that you want to look at is TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor. Thank me later. Okay, they make all the semiconductor, like most of the microchips in the world are made by these people. Okay, so let's look at Taiwan Semiconductor, and I'm going to share the screen, and we can see how much money you'd make from them. You're going to make money, so let's just see how much. So Brother Anthony is back.
Brother, all right, I'm back.
Yeah.
While you do that, we got a caller who want to talk to you, my brother.
All right, let me just share this real quick, and then we'll have the caller.
Hold on one second, caller.
Yeah, hold on one second, caller. So, to mention some Asian stocks, and one I would definitely recommend that would be a safe investment is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, which is TSM. If we look at TSM, and I took a put option on them as a hedge against the war, okay? But that was not a technical analysis. That was more what you call fundamental analysis. It was a hedge against the war. Just in case there was a disaster happening in that area, I would be making money if prices go down. So it was a hedge, just like a hedge with oil, right? All right. So in the past month, it's been profitable. Past 3 months, 8%. Year to date, 38%. 38% is what we're making with Clydestone in like 2 weeks. Anyway, 1 year, 76%. So it's not like crazy, but it's almost doubling within a year. This is good. So Taiwan Semiconductor is a great company to invest in. 5 years, you'd have made 3.6 times your money.
Right.
Not bad. 5 years, I'm looking to make 10x though. That's if I'm holding on to something for 5 years, I'd like to make a 10x return. But this is an Asian stock you can buy in Robinhood today if you want. So yeah, that's a good question. You can get Alibaba as well on Robinhood. So there are Chinese stocks you can buy on Robinhood. Just do some due diligence and look into them.
No doubt. I don't know if Alibaba is making a comeback, but
Yeah, I don't know. I have to look at their chart, see what's
It was
going
high at
on.
one point.
But yeah, we can take the caller.
All right, caller, you on 404? You on with Brother Heru?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Bernard. Sir, I'm loving the broadcast. I watch the video when I'm away from my computer right now, so I can't watch the screen along with you guys. I can only listen. So as I'm listening, something keeps popping in my brain. What's popping in my brain is the government and taxes. I guess you would just simply at the end of the year get a particular form and just give that to your H&R Block or whoever does your taxes, just like you do with anything else. But the aspect of taxes on your profits and gains, can you speak upon that briefly,
Yeah.
if it's worth speaking on?
Yeah. So just know that like if you do a investment and you hold on to it for less than a year, your capital gains is around like 25%. Sometimes it can be upwards of 30%, but if you hold on for a year and a day, it's 15%. And there's a whole chart. You could just look at U.S. capital gains tax chart, and it'll tell you. So that's what you're looking at. Now, if you lose money too, that can be a tax write-off. So there's
Mm-hmm.
different ways to do it. Just get an accountant who knows how to deal with it. And Robinhood will give you a report every year of your profit and loss
That's
statement,
right.
and then you
Right.
can go over it. But what you really want to do is you want to invest in the long term and hold on to things for more than a year. If you
Right.
hold on for more than a year, you get a lower tax rate.
That's right.
Okay?
All right, caller.
Yes, sir.
Did that answer your question? You got a follow up?
Yes, sir. That is excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the
And
call.
and and just please understand that the tax system is set up for business people and investors. It's meant to benefit the investors. So
That's right.
therefore, if you're an investor who's holding on and your income is from investments and you hold on for longer than a year, your effective tax rate is like 15%.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you're working and you make $100,000, um, as a W-2 employee, your tax rate is like 38% for the average person. So look at the difference. A wealthy person made an investment in Tesla or TSM or Intel or any of these AI stocks. And let's just say that person made like, $300,000 in their investment for the year. They're going to pay 15%.
Yeah.
You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you made that same money from working as a worker, you're going to pay 38 to 48%, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Good
So,
point. Good point.
and so here's the thing too, like you want to like so when you start making money, you start looking at places to domicile. You don't want to live in New York or California
That's right.
because you're getting state taxes as well.
Right.
In Florida and Texas, there are no
No
state
state.
income
No state
taxes.
tax. Right.
This means a lot of money. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
actually like if you're making a lot of money, it means a lot of money not to be living in certain states. So these are the things that people like decide upon. Like right now, I'm looking up setting up an international business with some brothers, big up brother Genesis. And we literally asked like if we open this company in this country versus this country versus that country,
Right.
what are
What
the
are the,
tax consequences?
that's
And
right.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, as a business, listen very closely. I'm gonna give y'all a hint. If you set up a business in Rwanda and you qualify for their foreign investment designation, you can pay 0% taxes.
Wow.
That's what they have in
Wow.
Rwanda. They have something similar in Mauritius, maybe not 0%, but there are places. Puerto Rico used to have a rule. That's why a lot of billionaires were moving to Puerto Rico, where you only paid like 10% on your taxes
Wow.
if you lived in Puerto Rico and you were a investor.
Right.
So you had all these people moving to Puerto Rico because they don't want to pay any taxes.
Right.
Because they're not making money through 9 to 5s like the average person. They're making money through investments, and
Right.
you can monitor your investments online. Why the hell would I live in New York and end up paying 40% in taxes on my investments when I can live in Puerto Rico and pay 0?
Right. Right.
This is a lot of money.
A lot of
Like
money.
if it's $1 million, we're talking about $400,000 you're paying to the government. But if you live in the right place, you're paying zero.
That's why a lot of wealthy people move down to Florida.
This is
Another state.
this is what people need to understand. Like,
Right.
you know, but we don't have these conversations typically because we're not in these types of spaces, but we are now. And we're
Right.
having these conversations now, you know.
Ex- Excellent call, 404. You got to follow up before we let you go.
Roger that, yes, sir.
You got to follow up?
Oh, yeah, I have a follow-up. The explanation the brother shared was so clear and so concise. I have more like homework and research to do on my own, so I don't have a follow-up question. I have homework to do.
All right. Excellent point. Excellent call. Thank you, caller.
Yeah, man, everybody do your homework, do your due diligence. And what's great is we have a lot of people doing homework and sharing information on these calls and in these chats. So it's not just me, it's really a whole community of us who are making money. The Kai Wilsons who are on top of it, the
Shout out.
LaPortias who are on top of it. There's a couple
Shout out.
other people who are just on top of it.
Right.
And they're going to contribute to the chat to give more information. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it becomes a family affair, y'all, of
Mhm.
us literally getting getting money together. Someone says, what would be a good indicator that a stock is a good buy? Two good indicators. You want to use the RSI indicator and an indicator called the stochastic. And when they are in the oversold territory, which means that the lines are low on the chart, that's when it's time to buy, because the universal law of commerce is buy low, sell high. So when you see it low on the chart, that's when it's time to buy. Buy low, sell high. It is an immutable truth of finance, money, and commerce. I don't care if it's communism, capitalism, socialism, a mix of them. It doesn't matter. The law is the same. Buy low, sell high. Period. So all you want to now look for is the low moments in an appreciating stock. So every stock moves like this. Every stock moves like that. You want to catch it when it takes a deep dive.
Mhm.
Almost like you ever seen dolphins swimming, how they jump up,
Right.
go back down? You want to catch that dolphin when it's down. Hit
Right.
buy when it's down,
Right.
and you profit as it goes up.
Mhm.
Okay? So the indicators you want is the RSI and the stochastic. And that information itself, people are going to sell you that information for thousands of dollars, y'all.
Mhm. That's right.
Just letting y'all know. Like, I wish I had someone like me in my life 20 years ago. I wish I had a show like this to watch 20 years
I
ago.
know, man.
Where someone
You
could
and
break
others.
it down to me very simply, and I wouldn't
Right.
have to do all of this. Like I did a lot of back and forth with these different techniques to find out what works the best. And in doing that, you're making money, you're losing money, you're making money, you're losing. Now I'm in a place where I'm really at a 90. I'm pretty much doing 90% success. So quite comfortable with it. And you know, every week we're just gonna show y'all what's going on. Like every week, we're gonna show you and give you updates. You know, I just want to see. Okay, cool. Yep. So that's what we got for today, y'all. Clyde Stone will be back on Monday for us to dollar cost average more. Someone says that's why I never miss Wealth Wednesdays. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, we try to make it. I try to make it understandable for people like 8, 9, 10 years old could understand what we're talking about. And every week I'll drop more nuggets, you know, and I'll just show you what I'm doing and how it's working out. Like it's really that simple. You know, you always will get an update with what I got going on, my thinking about it, and where I'm putting allocating my funds. And we just keep doing it. And we do the same thing for health on Mondays. You know, you see people calling in with all types of problems, and they call back with testimonials that they don't have these problems anymore. And so this is just what we do. we're happy to do it. We're happy to show and prove. You know what I'm saying? So I think Brother Anthony got disconnected. Let's see if he's gonna come back on. We're not gonna make the show too long today. Um, Red Pill wasn't able to come on today, but hopefully his audience knew to tune in. For those who are really serious, to go ahead and tune in to wherever we're broadcasting this. You know, those who are serious will find the show. So I'm waiting to see if Brother Anthony's gonna come in. I don't know if anyone has any more questions, anything they want to point out, anything that they're looking at. Michelle Watson, big up Michelle Watson. If you came a little late, then you missed a lot of goodies, but you can hit replay on the show. Mondays and Wednesdays, some of the best days of the week. Yeah, Mondays you learn about health, Wednesdays you learn about wealth. And it's all working out because what we're doing is this is all evidence based. We're giving you all chapter and verse and then following up. Someone has diabetes, they can call back a couple months later, give you a report showing that they no longer have it. Just like the brother who called earlier said that his diabetes numbers have actually gotten lowered from just doing what we said to do by taking the Herbal Results products and just watching the sugar that you take into your body and the foods that convert to sugar. It's really simple. Diabetes is not very difficult. And then cancer, high blood pressure, all of that. Okay, that's your Mondays. Someone said, what bank to keep trading money in? I mean, you can just get a nice little credit union. You get a credit union to keep your money and then just attach it to your Robinhood account. And then you can fund your Forex account with Hugo's Wave. That's what I use. You can fund that with crypto, with Bitcoin, you know? But you can attach your bank account to Robinhood, and then that allows you to, buy these stocks and dollar cost average and get stock options and all that good stuff. All right. See if there's any more questions. Anybody got any more questions? Brother Anthony is back. Okay. See you having some issues, Anthony.
Man, you know I'm having the same issues Red Pill was having the other day.
Of it just
Don't know what's going on with that. But get kicked off every now and then. So yeah, I have to.
all right. That's cool. Hopefully it can work out by next
Hey,
week.
big ups to you, man. Big ups. And we all should be thanking Brother Heru, and drop him a line, man. And go to herbalresults.net and show your appreciation like we do on Mondays. Show your appreciation to Brother Heru and go to herbalresults.net and buy your product. It don't matter which one; they're all good. So go to herbalresults.net to show your appreciation to Brother Heru and buy one of those products. All right, my brother, we can close out.
Yeah. Someone asked, how's the mango orchard going? It's going well. I lost 52 trees during the cold freeze. We had a historic cold freeze. And so I've replanted 52 new trees. And I literally have been outside shoveling and planting trees for the last couple of weeks. And I have 2 more trees to plant. So I've planted 50 trees.
Damn.
And I have 2 more trees to replant, mango trees, and I'll be planting them today. So thanks for asking. And so I had told someone yesterday over the phone, they asked me about how I felt losing 52 mango trees. Well, I said, at first I was a bit despondent, but I happened to drive to another farm of a Vietnamese woman who lives about 2 miles away from my house, and she has 13 acres of mango trees, and she lost 700 trees, right? And when she lost the 700 trees, she didn't even blink. She said, we started replanting already. There's no need to cry over it because my life is mango trees, and so I'm always going to be planting mango trees. That's the way she took it. So when I'm looking at it and saying this old woman, Vietnamese woman, lost 700 trees on 13 acres, and she's not crying, she's taking it with stride, then who am I to complain about losing 52 trees, right? So I just got right back to it and started planting, man. like getting my hands in the soil and
Wow.
shoveling out in the hot sun, and you know what I mean. And it's good character development, but it also gives me a closer relationship to my trees because I know that I personally planted every single tree.
Hmm.
So when the fruit comes, it's a whole different type of vibe when you're eating fruit from trees that you yourself planted. You know what I'm
Harvesting.
saying?
Harvesting. Yes,
So
sir.
um, next year we should have a great mango season. One of these Wealth Wednesdays, I'll give you all a tour of the mango orchard. I'll give you all a live tour.
Hey, by the way, brother, I'll be in Miami next week. How far you live from Miami?
I'm about 2 hours north, but
Okay,
next weekend, next weekend, I'm gonna be traveling.
got it. No, I'll be down
But
there next week.
what day are you coming?
The entire week.
Oh, if you're here for the week, I'll be here. The weekend, I'll be gone.
Got you.
So we
Okay.
just have to link. Come up to the orchard, man.
Man, that's what I'm. That's yeah. That's the reason for saying that. I like to do a tour of the orchard, man.
You get a personal tour of the orchard. All the new trees have been planted. It looks like a beautiful food forest, man. You know, we got 100. I think we have about 120 mango trees,
Right.
and we have about 12 papaya trees. We have about 15 avocado trees. We got another 12 plantain trees. We have a peach tree. We have a cherry tree. We have some coconut trees on the property. So it's a nice amount of trees, man. You'll get to see it all. You get to
Wow.
see it
Yep.
all, bro.
Okay. All right. I'll
And
look for it.
I did it on 1.3 acres.
1.3 acres. Damn. I
Yeah,
can't
I
wait to
put
see
about
that.
150 trees on 1.3 acres, man.
Wow.
You
Wow. That's
know?
encouraging, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is like it pays for itself.
Right.
This is I can't like.
How did you start this, man? And when did you start?
All right. So it's always been like a thought in my mind since I was a child to have a mango orchard. That's number
Right.
one. So while living in America, I got to travel in my adulthood, and I lived in California for some months and saw that California was warm, but actually in the winter it gets cold in Los Angeles. People don't tell you that. And it gets really, really cold to the point where it's very uncomfortable because a lot of the houses don't have heating in Los Angeles. So I started looking to like warmer places, and I started looking on the map and realizing that like Los Angeles matches up with like Tallahassee, Florida,
Hmm.
where it
Okay.
snows and can get cold. So when you go to southern Florida, you're looking at like mid Mexico, something like that in terms of
Right.
the
Right.
temperature.
Uh-huh.
And finding out that mango trees grow in Florida, and they can grow in Arizona, but they mainly grow in Florida. In terms of U.S. places, United States would be Hawaii and Florida mainly, and then of course Puerto Rico and the United States Virgin Islands in terms of U.S. territories.
Hmm.
In terms of the 50 states, you're looking at Florida, southern Florida, and you're looking at Hawaii. So I had to make a decision where I was going to live. I was thinking about Hawaii, but I came to Florida, and I love the Florida vibes because there's a lot of Caribbean people in Florida.
Right.
And you know, I'm a big reggae person, so you know, my Caribbean people, that's like close to my heart. So I chose Florida, and the goal was to have enough land to be able to buy mango trees and plant them. Now,
Right.
here's what's
I
really
got
important.
you. Okay.
What's
Yeah.
really important is that when I used to practice law, I would find out these problems with these HOAs. And these
Man, say
HOAs
that again,
were
man. Yeah.
restricting people from
That's
planting
right.
trees,
That's right.
right? So I have many
Right.
friends in HOAs who
Avoid those.
can't plant a tree without the permission of the HOA.
Can't cut a tree and
Can't
all
cut
the
a
rest.
tree, nothing.
Right.
So
Right.
I was like, I will never live in an HOA.
Right.
So when it was time for me to buy property in Florida, I wanted to make sure that I was going to buy enough land to have a mango orchard. And there are places in Florida, particularly in the western part of South Florida, that allows you to do that, which are like farming areas, equestrian areas, and all that. And you get land for cents on the dollar.
Right.
The farther away you are from the beach, the cheaper the land is.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing is like I was just at the beach the other day, and it takes me about 22 minutes to get to the beach in
Right.
local traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So the beach is not far, but I have the place where I live. This is on 1.3 acres. And so I started planting the trees, I'd say during COVID. When everything was shut down, I started planting trees because we had a lot of time at home. Nobody's doing anything. It's a perfect time to plant. So I started planting trees, man, and learning about the science of mangoes, and it just blew me away. Then I started doing the math and started seeing that they're selling mangoes at $6 a pound, man.
Wow.
All of the mangoes sell out, and a tree can give you anywhere from 300 to 500 pounds, like a mature tree, 300 to 500, and a very very mature tree can give you like 1,000 pounds.
Wow.
So when you start doing the math, you start realizing that each tree potentially can give you anywhere from, if you're selling it for even $5 a pound, each tree can give you $1,500 cash to $2,000 cash per year.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine your mortgage is 3,000 a month.
Right.
That's 36,000 a year. That means that if each tree can give you about $2,000, how many trees do you need to pay your mortgage? 15.
Wow.
Each tree is giving you $2,000 in cash a year. And let's just say that each tree doesn't give you mangoes every year, it takes a year off. So then you just take it by 50% or you multiply it by two. So 30 trees with 50% production will be able to pay your mortgage. If your mortgage is 3,000 a month, it's 36,000 a year, which means that the season of 3 months, which is mango season, usually from May, June, July to August. So 4 months out of the year, your income for the 4 months out of the year can literally pay your mortgage if you have 30 trees at 50% production. Do you understand the math?
Wow. Hey.
Anything
No,
above 30
I'm looking
trees,
at land as we speak, bro. It's
yeah,
interesting you said that. No, really, I was looking at purchasing 5 or more acres, and it's hard to find in the state of Alabama, man. It's something you need or use to farm on. So I'm looking to purchase some acreage, and I plan to do what you do, man. Start me an orchard. So you'll be the first to
listen,
call.
you're printing money when you do that. And
Right.
because the trees last for so long, for hundreds of years, you leave that to your children will never
Yes,
have
sir.
problems with money.
Right.
Because at the very least, if things get worse, bad for them, they'll be able to sell fruits.
There you
Because
go.
daddy and or granddaddy planted these trees 50 years ago.
Right. And folks out there, I've received some of these mangoes from Brother Heru, man. They're big and pretty and nice, man, and
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
you can get that, those kind of huge fruits like that, man, on
Oh
trees.
yeah, yeah. My
Yes,
mango's on
sir.
a different level. I only
Yeah,
planted boutique mangoes. So like
right,
there's taste profiles. So I have orange sherbet. I have like 10 orange sherbet mango trees. You know what I mean?
right.
There's a mango tree called lemon meringue, and it tastes like lemon meringue pie. I have orange sherbet. It tastes like orange sherbet ice cream. These are trees that were crossbred by a guy named Gary Zill, who's like a friend of mine now, but he's an OG who's been basically doing experiments with mango trees in the form of just like letting them pollinate each other. There's a whole science behind it. I mean, I could talk about it in depth one time. One of these shows I could just cover. I could do a whole 2 hours on mangoes.
We got to do it.
Growing
We got to
mango
do it.
trees
Let's do
and
it.
how you like the economics of it.
Right.
But what I'll tell you is that almost nobody on earth hates mangoes.
You got that right.
You understand?
No, nobody who hates
Now,
mangoes.
listen, there are farms here
Right.
in southern Florida that I go to. Like, there's one called Tropical Acres Farms. They got 300 different varieties of mangoes.
Damn, I didn't know they come in variety like that.
Yes, they have
Because
like
you only
300
see
different.
one in the store.
Yeah, no, if you're getting mangoes from the store, it's a great insult.
Right.
Like the mangoes from the store are not really like, no, that's not what it is. I mean, you saw the difference between the mangoes in the store and the mangoes I
That's right.
shipped you.
Big difference.
Yeah, it's a huge
Right.
difference, y'all. So here's the deal. I'm going to the farm to get mangoes every mango season because there's several farms out here. Brother Anthony, there'll be a line at the farm. And during mango season,
Similar
I'm
to a
meeting
farmer's market? Is that what it is?
yeah, almost like that, but it'll be a line. And I'm
Right.
sitting in the line, and people are driving to Florida from New Jersey, from
What?
California
What?
to get mangoes.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And I said, wait, people are driving cross country just for mangoes? They're like, yeah. I met them. I meet these people, and they're telling me, hey, have you tasted this type of mango? These are mango aficionados, man.
Wow. I see
And
somebody in the chat say, "I want some mangoes, brother." You selling them, right? When you get them?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have any more right
Oh, you
now.
don't?
And here's the deal, man. It's like so I started growing the mango trees. Now, the math of it is also this. If you are growing a fruit orchard, and I'm sure the state of Alabama is the same, in many of these states, because they want to encourage people to grow their own food,
Right.
to stop imports on food, which is
Hmm.
a huge tax bill. If you are growing an orchard and you get qualified as an orchard, you can get what is called an agricultural designation, or what they would call an ag exemption.
Right.
And your property gets labeled as agricultural for farming or what have you. And yo, you get like an 80% property tax reduction. You pay less property taxes. Now, that's good. Here's what they just done in the state of Florida. You know that in the state of Florida, they just abolished property taxes?
Who's that?
In Florida,
Okay. Okay.
they just abolished property taxes in Florida.
Right. Right.
That's a big deal
That's a big deal. No doubt.
because you got grandma who paid off her house 20, 30 years ago, but she's getting a
Right.
tax bill and sometimes she can't pay off the tax bill and her house is getting sold.
Right. Hmm.
So in Florida, they abolished the property taxes. So there's like no more property taxes in Florida.
Right.
I can give more details on that, but I just seen that they had just passed that law. But whatever state you're in, if you grow in an orchard, you get an ag exemption, and it's going to save you money on your property taxes,
I
y'all. But
definitely know.
mangoes is a business that you really can't lose in because mangoes don't require much care. You
Right.
kind of plant them, you water them for the first couple of years, and once they get established, you don't need to water them anymore.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Is there a concern with bugs in your area, or is that I don't know much about mango planting? Is
Yeah, so
how do you keep the bugs away?
yeah, it's not a big deal with mangoes. There's two diseases three that mangoes tend to get, and it's not bug-borne diseases. They'll get fungal disease
Right.
called anthracnose, and then you get a bacterial disease called bacterial black spot. But the thing is that it doesn't affect the fruit itself; it just affects the skin. Now, there's another thing called powdery mildew, which will affect the fruit set. And so sometimes you would have to spray it with hydrogen peroxide, and it works very
Mhm.
well, or neem oil, that can
Right.
work very well as well. And sometimes you spray sulfur. Some people do, and some people don't spray anything at all. I don't spray anything. Every now and then, if I see powdery mildew, I might spray hydrogen peroxide,
Ah.
which I don't mind using because you know, I brush my teeth with hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
You know,
peroxide is good. So
yeah,
you do the entire orchard, or just certain trees, or what?
certain trees that are affected. If I see some trees are affected, then I'll go ahead and spray some hydrogen peroxide on it.
Got
You
it.
know what I mean? Sometimes you can spray baking soda with water, you
Right.
know, but one of these days, I think in the next couple of years, as I'm between, Africa and here, because go back and forth for the summers. I think 2 summers from now, I'll start the first annual Herbal Results Mango Orchard Festival.
Hmm.
And what I'll do is I'll just invite people I like. Like if you're cool, even if I don't know you personally, but I know you online and I just think you're a cool person, I'll give you an invite. What's going to happen is it's probably the end of July, no, the middle of July or the end of June. We're going to have our festival and people will be invited. to come and eat mangoes, man. And then like, we can go to the beach later, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
come back and eat mangoes and listen to reggae music,
That's
and
important.
it'll be like a free festival. I mean, you have to pay for the mangoes, but it'll be free and it'll just be a nice community vibe. And people who are my friends from all over the world can fly in, just get to West Palm Beach Airport. You just, show you the way to my house and let's come eat mangoes. And we'll do this every year, man. And hopefully it'll
Okay.
be some of the people who are investors because now you're international
There you
investors.
go. Yeah.
Fly into West Palm Beach and
Right.
come for the mango.
We're calling it the first annual Mango Fest.
Yes, the Herbal Results Mango
Yeah,
Fest,
there you go.
man.
Urban Results Mango Fest. Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, in Alabama, man, you can grow. Peaches can take the cold. Apples can take cold. Plums can take cold. I would say look at that, and
Peaches
then
do
see how
good,
much
man.
they're selling it per pound in a grocery store.
Yeah,
And
peaches
just
do well here. Yeah, just like in
yeah, you can
Florida.
have a peach orchard, man. And with that land, you're just printing money.
Right.
It's just the setup that you have to do.
That's right.
And when you're ready to plant, let me know. I'll come help you plant.
All right. Y'all heard him. I got witnesses here.
Oh yeah, I'll come help you set up your orchard. I'll show
All
you how
right.
to design it the way it should be designed. I'll come help you plant, and if we need to do irrigation lines and all that, I can walk you through all that.
All right. Good stuff, man. Good day. It's a good day today. I appreciate it, my brother.
Yeah, and I think that all of us should be looking to do fruit orchards.
Right.
That's something that can be a source of revenue for your family, no matter what happens.
All right.
Because people love fruit, man, and depending on the type of fruit, especially mangoes sell out. People travel from different states just to go to a mango farm
Damn, I
to
didn't
get a
realize.
tour or to eat mangoes. And the type of mangoes I'm talking about are boutique mangoes. These are not regular mangoes.
Right.
Like we got mangoes that taste like coconut, like mangoes, literally like the Super Julie tastes like coconut mixed with mango. The M4 mango tastes like coconut. I have a mango tree planted here called Pina Colada. It tastes like pina colada.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing, man. And so I
Well, you
buy
can
them
be.
at 3 7 gallons. Someone asked what
I was
size.
going to ask you.
I get
Yeah.
them at 3 gallon or 7 gallon, and then I plant them from there and give them 2 3 years to grow, and then they start, giving fruit.
Wow. Excellent conversation, man.
Yeah.
Excellent day, by the way. We
Yeah.
appreciate you, brother. I got to get out of here. And I
Yep.
know
We're gonna
you're
get
going
out of
to.
here. So hopefully this has been helpful for the listeners and the watchers, man. Y'all got any questions? On the investment side, just go to herutrades.com. On the health side, go to herbalresults.net. And I'll see y'all on Monday.
All right. We'll see you then.
All right, bless.